this time around, do you get anxiety? Are there nerves?
Always.
Yeah. Do you second guess yourselves at all?
Absolutely. I think, well, sometimes we do, and sometimes we know when we all feel very comfortable, like the first single, Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
Yeah.
We all knew right off the bat that was the song.
Yeah.
I think when we heard the demo, and especially once we knew that we had our vocals, once the final mix was sent to us with our vocals on it, I think we knew right off the bat that was a song for us to come out with. But there's definitely times where we're not always 100% across the board unanimous vote on certain things. We have to, we use a democratic system, and hopefully the majority that got their way or hopefully made the right call. But there's always second guessing here and there. But you just try to go with your gut instinct and just follow that lead.
And there's also butterflies. Before we get out on the stage, before we present something, this is the DNA body of work is really what makes up the Backstreet Boys today and our journey. So yeah, there's still butterflies, there's still the anticipation. I think you channel that energy and you want to give your best. I mean, you only get that first chance to make that first impression. And
again,
every album is really a first impression. That's the way we look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So
when you guys have the inevitable disagreements, because there's 5 of y'all,
of course,
who is the diva in the group? Okay, I hear the democratic thing, but who's the one that you're like, oh?
You can't call each other out.
No, I mean,
it probably changes.
It fluctuates because
it's going to vary based on the scenario. It's going to definitely vary. I think everybody has their moments
moments of kettling.
But ultimately, it is democratic because you got 5 of us, and you're not going to have an even vote. So someone is going to have to sacrifice, and that's the thing about being in a group.
Compromise.
There's compromise and sacrifice, give and take, and that's how we do it.
And it's mostly out of, we all realize that it's out of passion.
Yeah.
But
it's not personal.
At least it's a passion for something that you want to win.
Yeah.
And so it's at least still going all in the same direction.
Does anybody get hangry?
Ooh. We all get hangry.
Oh, we all get hangry.
Especially on a promo tour.
Yeah.
When you're going, and you haven't eaten
About
lunch.
a half hour from now.
You're jet lagged.
If they give you an hour and a half lunch break, which turns into 15 minutes,
exactly.
you're a little bit hangry.
I feel like you really had a moment there. You're like, I really get hangry.
Well, it's so funny because you could point people out, but again, it's like everyone has their moments of divas and being hangry and all those things. So, but that, again, that's what it's like being in a group.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So new album out, a song is already nominated for a Grammy. How cool is that? And also, not even just that, but where do you guys keep your accolades? Are things like, pristine condition? Are things breaking down? Are you putting them in weird places? I know you guys have a lot of accolades, so where do you guys put them?
I have an empty spot on my wall that is for our future Grammy.
Oh.
I do. I used to be kind of upset that we were nominated so many times and we don't have a particular Grammy. I think that's really the end-all be-all of total acceptance. That's just my personal opinion.
Really? After everything? I mean, come on. You guys are like,
but I have a beautiful trophy cabinet at home. I built a beautiful studio to my house in Georgia. I have all of my records up. Yeah. It's a place that I get to see every day when I'm home. It inspires me, but I have that empty spot, that thought, that I...
breaking my heart.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
There's no place like that Grammy spot. So
we've been nominated. This is our 8th time to be nominated, and it's definitely an honor to have that. But again, we've actually lost in the past, and now after 26 years, I think the best award ever is having this longevity, having these relationships with each other, Totally. So if it doesn't happen, it really doesn't necessarily matter as much as the reward of having each other.
I know in your No Place music video, you guys had kids and wives and all of that stuff.
Those were extras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
that's our second.
They were hired extras.
I know a lot of people like to keep, their personal life personal or their family kind of private. Did you ever have worries with stuff like that making the music video, or were you just not worried about it?
I think with social media and Instagram, and I think to a certain extent you let let the fans in and let people see. I mean, obviously, with this video, that's as far as I'm going to let people in my life. I'm cutting it off right there. But they've already seen our children. There's just a lot of well wishes, prayers, and love coming from our fan base for our families, and we're grateful to them. And they're going through. Our fans have grown up. They have families of their own.
Yeah.
There are servicemen and women that are away from their families all the time, and there are businessmen that have to travel all the time, and they can relate to being away from their families and working. And so it's a tribute to all of them, and I think they can all relate to it.
And business women too.
And business women as well. Business women getting out there. That's right.
That's right.
It's not easy to be away from the ones that you love, you know. But it also inspires you to work hard and know that you have your place, you know, your purpose, you know, and that's what we all do as dads.
Are we ever going to get a Backstreet Kids?
Backstreet Kids.
Come on.
I've encouraged my son to go solo.
He actually is going solo.
He's much older than the rest of the kids.
Yeah, we thought about the Black Eyed Peas version of the Backstreet Kids, but Bailey's a little too old to wait on what was it, a 2-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a little time. He might. Yeah. He's going to be graduated college by the time that.
Have his own kids by then.
He'll have his own kids by
no
then.
chances,
I'll be a grandpa.
is what we're saying.
You never know.
What are the chances?
Devin and I have a couple of kids that are around the same age.
Yeah.
If our kids
we have
want to
4
follow
boys.
in daddy's footsteps, then of course we're going to support them. But if they want to go and be an artist or a doctor or, whatever that they want to do, we're obviously going to be there to show them all the love and support. But
Yeah.
they are our number one fans for sure.
Aww,
They are for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
No Chances was co-written by Shawn Mendes. He's our Canadian boy.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we gotta bring it up. Okay.
Yeah, of
Absolutely.
course.
Did you guys know that he was a writer on the song?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
We
His voice was on the demo.
Yeah.
found out through the
Yeah.
found out through the demo. Our manager actually manages Ryan Tedder.
Yeah.
And they
And we're a huge fan of his, and we've done some songs with him in the past, one song. But we were talking to Ron, and we were like, hey, if you ever get a chance, ask Ryan. And he finally delivered it, but we heard the demo, and we were listening to it, and Brian actually was like, that is
like, that's Shawn Mendes.
And then we found out it was him, and we found out he had written on the song, and it was actually potentially for one of his his album coming up, but he decided not to use it, and so we went with it.
Bingo.
Thanks, buddy.
We were
We
blessed
got
to have
blessed. We got blessed with the unfortunate thing that it didn't go on his album, that it went on ours.
Oh, it's you guys are amazing on it.
Thank you.
The Doritos Super Bowl commercial.
What?
What?
Is Chance the Rapper the 6th member? I just want to know.
He's awesome.
Quite
He's trying
possibly.
to be.
Unofficial.
guy.
Yeah.
Unofficial 6th member.
He's trying to be.
He's a genius.
So
Yeah.
down to
Hip
earth.
hop genius.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're glad to be collaborating with him. The theme of the commercial is taking a classic and putting some fire on it. So we don't want to give too much away.
It's the
Yeah.
ultimate
He said that.
spot for a commercial
Yeah.
in the States.
Yeah.
Super Bowl is like the pinnacle of where you want to be for a commercial
Biggest Sunday of the year.
of the year.
Yeah, it's going to be a big moment.